gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Oh!
Oh my gosh, I don't freaking believe it!
That little rodent took it all! I'm so hyped! Who would have known? We gotta celebrate!
I called her useless! I called her a poorly designed Pika clone! Let it be known that I, PokeKellz, was wrong. Totally wrong. And now I gotta know.
Now what?
Everything there is to know about it.
Buckle in, champs in the making. I'm Rising Star Alex.
And I'm PokeKellz.
And you know we're gonna give you the scoop on the hottest new Pokemon this side of the VGC. It's Pachirisu!
Pachirisu, the Gen 4 Squirrel Pokemon. Like Pikachu, an electric rodent with cheek pouches and a name that uses an onomatopoeic Japanese word. Pachi Pachi is the sound of electric crackling, and add Risu for squirrel.
We'll get into some of the finer connections between the electric rodents later, but let's break down some design elements for old Pachi first. He's a squirrel. Great, we're done.
Hey, hold on, Turbo. Pachirisu may be a squirrel, but I've got an interesting story about squirrels, especially ones that look quite a bit like Pachirisu, namely the white squirrels of North America.
Eastern gray squirrels, found mostly in the eastern half of North America, are primarily gray, as their name implies, but a mutation in their genes sometimes causes them to be born pure white, and people love them.
There are a few towns in which these white squirrels have become quite famous, so much so that 5 towns avidly compete for the title of Home of the White Squirrel, holding annual festivals and other celebrations for these strange little creatures. These towns are Marionville, Missouri, Brevard, North Carolina, Exeter, Ontario, Kenton, Tennessee, and Olney, Illinois.
Olney, Illinois is currently the white squirrel capital of the world, having the largest population. In Olney, squirrels have the right of way on all roads, and hitting one nabs you a $500 fine. The police department even has them featured on their officers' uniform patches.
Regardless of where the squirrels are found, they are widely regarded as good luck and are protected by numerous white squirrel societies. Their popularity may have just inspired the happy-go-lucky Pachirisu. After all, we can't forget how sweet Don's Pachirisu is.
Hey, good segue.
What segue?
Don's Pachirisu, the first electric Pokemon besides Pikachu to be owned by a main character, its similarities to Pikachu and the other electric rodents.
Oh, that was an accident. But I do want to know what the deal with all these electric rodents are.
Oh, we'll do that and more in this week's segment. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another installment of Evolution. Straightening a tie.
Me too.
We've talked before about how Pokemon that have no direct evolutionary connection are still seemingly related. The most famous examples are often called by the harsh nickname Pika clones.
These Pokemon, Pikachu, Plusle and Minun, Pachirisu, Emolga, and Dedenne, have some distinct similarities. All are at least part electric type, with specialized cheek pouches that store electricity, and all are based on rodents, though rabbits aren't true rodents, but they're very closely related. They also all draw from a similar pool of colors in their designs.
So what does this mean? There are other rodents in the Pokemon world that don't fit this bill, so why are there a group of Pokemon that have such similar features? This may be a result of what is called parallel evolution.
Parallel evolution is the development of similar traits in related yet distinct species that share a common ancestor. We have a common ancestor in Mew, as we talked about last episode, and have gone into detail before about the likelihood of other extinct Pokemon that were ancestors of the Pokemon we see today. So we need to figure out what's made them special.
Rodents are prey animals. Naturally, it follows that in order to survive as a prey animal, you need a little something extra, and Pokemon runs the gamut of rodents with a way to survive. Raticate has enormous, intimidating teeth, Sandshrew, the sand mouse Pokemon, has armor covering his body, and Watchog, a hypnotic stare, and a hot-headed personality. Each has a very distinct physical trait that protects it from harm.
Pikachu, Plusle, Minun, Pachirisu, Emolga, and Dedenne don't have the same protection. They're small and sort of not tough looking, but something else about their look gives them a huge advantage. They're adorable.
Being cute actually has a huge effect on survivability of a species. The fact that these Pokemon are so darn adorable makes them popular with trainers who in turn would protect and ensure their survival. Through guided selection, they survive. But that's not all.
All of these Pokemon develop cheek pouches that can store and release electricity. Now why could that be? Well, the nice part about this storage is that it allows them to have a good line of defense that they're able to turn on and off, a very useful trait when living with humans. On for battles, off for the cuddles. After all, as cute as Sandshrew is, he's not exactly what I would call cuddly.
Electricity is also a huge resource for humans, so when taking their adorable new Pokemon home, they're exposed to larger amounts of electricity than other Pokemon who might, well, be left outside. They feed off the electricity, become stronger, and the symbiotic relationship is complete. The electric rodents are so similar because, dang, it works out for them, and it's too perfect not to be intentional, right? Those sneaky designers, man.
And gee, you could even go into how each one is best suited for its own region too, like Pachirisu being a squirrel because Sinnoh is so mountainous, like the perfect habitat. Ah, I just love it. Edgelution, man. I heard that it takes years to design some of the Pokemon we see in the games. With depth like that, I can see why.
Speaking of in-depth, I believe it's time for some in-depth battle strats for this little guy.
Hey, good segue.
But in honor of the incredibly smart playing of Sejun Park and his Pachirisu with this year's Pokemon World VGC Championships, today we're doing VGC strategy.
Oh, I can't wait!
Pokemon!
See, I said it twice because doubles.
Sejun Park, winner of the 2014 Pokemon World Championship Masters Division, shocked everyone with his inclusion of a Pachirisu on his team. For those of you who want one of your own, here's the set that took Worlds by storm.
You'll want Impish Pachirisu with the ability Volt Absorb, and though the official IV spreads weren't released, you'll probably want to invest in your defenses and your HP. I mean, he took a Draco Meteor!
The essential move is Follow Me, which you'll need to breed onto him, then go with Nuzzle, Super Fang, and Protect, and give him a Citrus Berry to hold.
Now his role is kind of a sacrificial one. Follow Me is intended to take pressure off your other Pokemon, which will be your heavy hitters. It draws all attacks to Pachirisu for one turn. Hopefully you survive and get to heal up with that berry.
Super Fang is a great choice because it ignores stats and halves your target's HP, which can be just what you need to get them where you need them. And that Nuzzle is 100% accurate paralysis and can be a huge game changer.
It's a simple yet very effective strategy. Of course, a Pokemon is only as good as its trainer, and you have to predict your opponent very well to use it to its full potential. And while we're here, a huge congratulations to Sejun Park and all the other competitors at Worlds this year. You guys were inspiring.
Oh, definitely. Got me hyped to try some doubles. Of course, that's not the only way to train a Pachirisu, and if you prefer single battles, here are a few random thoughts.
Giving an Assault Vest to Pachirisu with Nuzzle, Volt Switch, Super Fang, and Iron Tail might give you some success, though he's much better as a team player than a solo guy.
Going with a timid nature and Fling while holding a Zap Plate will both power up your electric moves and give a bit of a nasty shock when thrown. It's fun!
Pachirisu can also learn Last Resort, a very powerful normal type move. Nuzzle first and hope the paralysis gets you a 4th turn so you can use it.
And that's it! Pachirisu, the Pokemon that surprised us all. How do you feel?
I feel like I was wrong about the little squirrel. After learning so much about it, I kind of like it now.
If you have anything else to say or want to suggest a Pokemon for us to do next, leave it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm Rising Star Alex.
And I'm PokeKellz. Tune in next week for another hella-raising episode of
TheNationalDex.
After all, we can't forget. Oh, so close. It was very close. It was like there. It was like there, right there.
But let's break down some let's break up with Dedenne. He really hasn't been pulling his weight.